Hey everybody. So, this is going to be a little bit different because I'm kind of feeling like discussing something for a minute, okay? And I happen to pull an oracle card that is let go. It's kind of what I want to discuss right now because it's like sometimes you come across something that you don't intend to come across, you know? And it may be even something that you did come across, like in the past, or maybe not. But it's almost something like it almost could have been, but it wasn't. It's like maybe you met somebody, and they were everything, okay? And you wanted it so badly, but deep down at the time, you knew it wasn't the right time because you had so much growing to do and so many other things you needed to do in your life before any of that with them could happen. Anything that you wanted, okay? And it's almost like you wanted to speak up and say how you felt truly, but almost the entire time it was like there was something that stopped you, maybe even them. Like, they didn't want you to ask questions or go any deeper, you know, but it was almost like circles, like you went in circles with them. And finally you spoke up one day, you know, like you kind of got in this mode, this throat chakra mode, and you did, and it just destroyed it. And you knew it would happen, you know, like you knew it would happen, but it needed to be done because you couldn't keep going the way that you were going, you know. And so it's like you kind of move on with your life, you go on, and so much happens, you know, so much changes. And then you see them, not necessarily in person. Let's say you see a picture of them, you know, online, you know, social media or something, somehow. And you wish that, you know, you could sit down on a bench and talk to them again, you know, because they were your friend. You cared about them. And the way that it, like, ended just ripped you apart inside. It just, like, tore you up. It didn't, like, destroy you as a person, you know, like, we go through things and we go on in life, you know, we pick ourselves up and we go, you know. But it's like, for me particularly, I'm talking about this because this happened, and I know this isn't glamorous. It's not a glamorous video. It's not my usual stuff. And I will, you know, post a reading, okay? But I just felt like maybe somebody needs to hear this, or maybe it's just for me, you know, on my channel to get this out in some way. But it's almost like I kind of had like a tower moment, you know, in like a dark way. But at the same time, like, I mean, if you look at it, there's light there. And it's like, you kind of have, part of you, like, wonders why you're even, like, feeling anything. But the thing is like you're human. And the reason why you want to talk to them is because you want to, like, get stuff out, you know? Like, you want to have that closure, you know, of letting go. Because it's like, it's almost like there's, like, unfinished business, you know? Like, something was unfinished. And it doesn't mean that, you know, you have to be back in their lives or, you know, that type of thing. But it's just like, it's like they impacted you in a way that you never asked for, you know? It was like they suddenly popped in and left this mark on you. You know, and it's like no matter how much time goes by, you still feel the same way. You know, like, it's just like, okay, we have like heartache and loss here. It's like, you see them again, and for a second, your heart breaks all over again, you know? And maybe, you know, sometimes, you know, that needs to happen. Maybe that's the universe's way of, like, testing us, you know, being like, hey, you know, remember this, remember this. Have you learned yet, you know? And it's kind of like, it puts you in like a Queen of Swords energy. Like, it kind of makes you very cold and very closed off, you know? And it's like, but at the same time, it makes you remember how closed off they were. Because they were just not, you know, it's like you thought they were for so long. And then one day, it's like it's like a total, like a switch got flipped. And you don't know what is happening and, like, who they are suddenly. And it just, like, ends terribly. You know, but, like, you know, and the time goes on and time heals, right? But, and I know they're out there, and I know that in the past they've kept tabs on me in some way. You know, like, I know for a fact. And it made me angry because it's like, if you're not in my life, why do you need to see my life? You know? And I know now I have this platform, and so I can use it to speak on things and discuss things, like letting go, because I'm feeling that in the energy, you know? Not just with me, but just in general. Like, there's a lot of stuff we need to let go of in order to have new beginnings, you know? That's what you have to do, is let go. And it's almost like the universe just threw this upon me to, like, you know, say, let go. And I think that's one of the hardest things to do, especially when you love somebody. You know, but we can't apologize for how we feel. We can't help how we feel. And if somebody makes you feel wrong for how you feel, then they're toxic. I mean, that's just my opinion, maybe, but they're not good for you. No matter which way you spin it, you know? And it's like, almost like, you might want to try to spin it. You try to spin it in different ways, but it is what it is, you know? And you have to move on. And, you know, it's like you wish them well in their life, and you hope that they're happy. But at the same time, you wish you could... It's like you wish that they could see how they made you feel in that moment when they hurt you, you know? And they won't, you know? And that's okay. But, you know, it's like they were this to you, you know? But, you know, sometimes we have to do this. You know, we have to wish them well. Show them the door. And, you know, and if they're out there, okay, you were this to me.